Welcome back, everyone. Let's play Pyre. We continue our journey to the Moonlight Alcove. Hurry up and wait, why don't we? Till the next solstice. Unless something untoward should happen. I feel as if I chose correctly. Hedwyn has no more business down here. Ruki wouldn't have been able to settle his debt, and Tizo still hasn't solved his problem with Lendl. So, in short, I have a lot to do down here with all the rest still. You once again find yourself amid the quiet nooks of Moonlight Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Fae. There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service? What's on your mind? You know, my lovely reader, I must admit that I did not expect your little followers to be quite so receptive to instruction as thus far they have proved. You know not whether they owe it to all to you or have somewhat more to them than I was first inclined to think. In any case, however, I am pleased that they are not entirely disgraceful. I like to keep my expectations well in check, seeing as I have thus expelled until the end of time. So it is pleasant when those expectations are succeeded, every now and then. Although I cannot quite recall when last that was. But the best part of all this are these brief times in which you visit me in my domain. I know you cannot for long. This damned crystal in which I am enthralled shall see to that. Though, as you have perhaps surmised, whenever it decides that one of your little friends is worthwhile enough, why, I can offer them a trial, and likewise I can offer you a chat. Sometimes I think, as you achieve those trials of mine, perhaps in doing it does something to trim the length of my eternal banishment. Eternity being what it is, however, perhaps not. Still, if the trophies of those blasted scribes are worth something to you, then all you need is but to brave my trials, and they can be yours, and perhaps there's good in it for me as well. Then something changes in her and she changes the subject. I've likely said too much. I'm not to influence you in your use of the Beyonder Crystal. It is not there to be tampered with by anyone, including me. Forget what I said. Request a trial rite. Certainly, my reader. You need but indicate who is to be my subject for the round. Fae. I don't need the Flame Leech for this. I'll take the Shooting Star. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Fae. I must admit, I do sense something from that one. I once had a wild heart myself, quite like her own. We shall see if there is more to her than that. Let us bring her forth. Soon Fae arrives and heeded the summons. The scribes, I think that if I listen carefully, I can hear them calling out to me. She certainly does have a Fae quality about her. Savages. $100 for us, 60 for our opponent. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, girl. The place where you reside at present has but a single rule, which is you answer to me here. Wow. Okay, I will. Such naive enthusiasm. Now be silent. It is plain to me that you have much to learn as yet about the rites, but you have learned something, and I would see you prove it, without the benefit of anyone, save for your reader. Okay. Are you out there to help me with this, mister? 3 imps shall be my opponents. Oh boy. Oh god. Okay. This is gonna be tricky. This is gonna be real tricky. Okay. This is gonna be really tricky. The major problem is not merely their speed. Their auras are so great, I can't... Damn! Their auras are so great that so long as, like... If they are not clutching... Damn it. Oh, sweet! If they're not clutching the orb, I can't even catch them. I'm sorry, right, the only way that I can, like, attack them is if they are clutching the orb. Crap, look at that. What am I supposed to do? Damn. No! Damn it! Nice. Alright, I just gotta get one more score in. Holy shit, these little bastards. Well, there's 3. Like, I feel like I can't even get in there. Ow. What the? Throw the orb. Pick it up mid-flight. What the hell are you guys doing? Alright, cool. Easy peasy. Easy win 5 me. Give me the trinket. Give me the shiny. Hell. That worked out pretty well. How did I do? How did I do? I must admit that you did better than I expected, girl. You have passed the trial. Some congratulations are in order to you and also to your lovely reader, but farewell. What's the prezi? All are welcome here, save demons such as you, from the sentencing of Chief Physician Orlac. Orlac? Haven't we heard that name before? We have, but don't tell anyone where. Did I imagine all that, mister? Because I hope I didn't. Wow, what is that you have there? Kaelmer's Anklet. After Faye casts her aura, it can bounce off of objects and other solid surfaces. The Royal Trader's hollow band ensured the Sisters of the Arch were to carry out their mission. Wicked. Bide your time. We have returned to a place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable such as you can. We are at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. There, from atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine again. The plan of which you are all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the liberation rites, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests everybody to convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon everyone is assembled and Volfred regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I have not talked about with you at length. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which later formed the Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say, desire such a course. Together they created all this ceremony of which we're now a part. The exiles liberated through their rites went on to found the Commonwealth based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, we are all united on the other side in solidarity. The people all shall see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. In any event, we are still missing one key representative on behalf of Molten Elite, and I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce you, dear old friend of mine, who I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller called Bertrude utters something guttural by way of greeting. We are to understand that ye require further aid from us. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows much of the rites as well. Bertrude looks at you and your fellow exiles in turn. We frighten ye. 'Tis apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then tremble, small ones, and hold thy tongues, lest we remove them. She takes her leave without saying another word. Please excuse her blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude has joined the group. You sense her powerful presence. Welcome her aboard. Now then, my boy, perhaps you notice that the stars are bright once more up there behind those stubborn rains. Meaning, it is time we got back down to business. Indeed, once more, several stars shine bright with the cold and storming sky. Choose the path towards salvation. Triesta, Jomur, and Goal. Face the essence? No. Face Ignarius again? No, thank you. Damn. I guess I must face the essence. Let's check the planner. We will face the fate next, no matter what. But before that happens, I need to face them in a smaller, lesser rite. Which means we must face the essence. Unfortunately, my shoulder smasher is gone, so I'll have to rely on someone else's speed. So we're going to have another brush with Tamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me at another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I'm here for her. Pamitha then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harp of the High-Wing Remnants, raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids or skirmishes or all-out war. Flight tacticians such as Tamitha gave the High-Wing Remnants a swift and powerful military presence, to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands, and it almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Pamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside has only stoked her fury. I wound up in here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated. What happened between us, what I did for her own good, and that of all our sisters. Though I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose, but for now, I'd best try to catch what sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams then, darling. You bid a good night to Pamitha in turn. No time to make flight preparations, though. Come morning, the Black Wagon will press onward. The Black Wagon. Bertrude. Or tarot cards, depicting the greater titans, probably used for curses or enchantments. She seems to have something on her mind. You find Big Bertrude looking around the Black Wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expression does not change. Such clutter. Added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in flagging hands. Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of a bog crone in the southern bogs can induce paralysis or worse. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wish to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. Then she backs away, where someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We've been able to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. It is possible that Vulfred has a small supply among his possessions. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then after you, madam. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Gracious me. That Bertrude, man. That Bertrude. She's a hard crone. You rise early that morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude. I trust your stay has not been too uncomfortable? Nay, Sandalwood. The comforts of this play are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let us get on with this. The reader here shall do so once the group is ready. I thank you for your patience. Oh, God. The mouse is stuck again. That Bertrude, man, she's got an intimidating presence. Soaring above Sklorian shore, you notice Pamitha gazing down from the cliffs below. That damn place down there. I think I like it least of all. I think among everywhere we've been, I'm thankful that there's been no reason to return. Reminds me of my home is all. The High-Wing Remnants We all grew accustomed to the thinner air amid the cliffs that breached the clouds above your commonwealth. It was not the nicest place. Little wonder that my sisters settled for a rather warmer base of operations in this land, there by the nest of Trieste. Anyway, I'm pleased to have spent as little time as possible near here. Let's fly on by and go about our business. Ugh, this damnable storm. Oh, don't want to run into the Fate. They don't deserve it. I'll run into the Pyre hearts, though. Eh? What was that? You overhear Sir Deluge in a full-on panic as his fellow Worm Knights attempt to calm him down. What do you mean it was the Nightwings? We're not to face them and not coming right, are we? At some point, he realizes your wagon is aloft beside his own. You Nightwings! This night shall not forgive you this transgression. Once we prevail against whichever adversary are doomed to face us next, then we shall come for you. Why must this knight be forced to fly so far above the land and sea? Poor Deluge. He really is just such a miserable creature. Alright then. All the way south. Oh hey, the accusers. Damn it. Wanted to run into them. Oh, what do we got? The withdrawn. You can hear the angry hissing coming from Edmilda all the way from your position. You think mayhaps the skies belong to ye? Foolish. The skies and everything above them and below belong to the Astralborn. Ye shall be smitten from his skies on his awakening. Now be gone! I think you mean smote? Just saying. Oh, the Ridge of Gold. It's been so long since we've been here. Yonder lies the Ridge of Gold. Somewhat less imposing when viewed from this vantage point. Do you not agree, reader? The myths of the downside hold that it is no mere ridge of stone, but the remains of Lord Gandroth, once slain by Golgothian himself. Though perhaps such tales are of little import now when you stand to confront the essence there in such a short while. Alright. Come on. Come on, mouse. Come on, mouse. Let me just, what's it? I'll find something of value at Hollowroot, so I don't care. I don't need possessions. I need vocations. So the Blooming Pool. You make a successful landing in the Downside Prairie, near the southern edge of the Downside. Memories of having first met Hedwyn, Jodariel, and Ruki come flooding back. You now should have some time in the vicinity before continuing onward toward the Ridge of Gold by land. Oh, I can collect on old favors? Whoopsie daisy. I guess it's not always between gathering things and vocations. Oh, sweet. Downside Clinger. You can get some downberries from it, which you can actually trade. Volfred seems to have something in his mind, though. Volfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The Road to Freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all this is, my boy. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known to so few with whom I can discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss? It is fascinating. It's a very interesting tale. You tell Volfred that the book has fascinated you, and that you have never seen anything quite like it. He nods slowly as you describe your experience with it. I share the sentiment. To have in our possession a genuine artifact from a forgotten time, how much of it is exactly true and how much of it is the scribe's retelling of events, I find it endlessly fascinating to consider, I must admit. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It is amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time. I think, whatever they are made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time very well. And the ideas they contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows the existence of the book, despite official recognition of the scribes, although the reasons why are in here and there written plain. How fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular interest in its teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whomever shall be next to use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you good afternoon. Do you remember when they were just on a pile on the floor? Collect on some old favors. You follow Ruki to an inconspicuous-looking locale somewhere in the untamed reaches of Blooming Pool. You soon procure something from a hidden stash. All right, chum. We got what we came for. No funny business. Just the way I like it. Owed dues worth 80 soul. Another debt repaid. Return to the wagon. Continue the journey. to the Ridge of Gold to face the Essence. I don't know what it is about these high wings. They really get me off my game, you know? Who's in the black wagon today? Rookie. You find Rookie having just put back his Greentail family portrait. There's something of a wistful look in his eyes. Then something comes over him and he moves in close, lowering his voice. Look, chum, I gotta level with you about something here real quick. Truth is, I haven't been entirely upfront with you about my familial situation. He hesitates a while, then. We ain't exactly quite as rich as I've been letting on. I mean, we do just fine, and we got lots of money stored away. It's just mostly locked up in saving bonds, and seems to catch himself in the middle of another tall tale and relents before he can respond one way or another. The situation is my mom back on the other side. She needs a little bit of help, financially and otherwise. All she's got now are my knuckle-headed uncles to keep her steady. Always told her I'd make something of myself, you know? I was just a clerk in her shop. Things started getting tough for us, so I started looking for all kinds of different work. Got him with some unseemly sorts, I guess. But the pay was real good. We took to shipping certain types of stuff down here, of all places. Flushing it straight down the river, watertight. The pay was right. Mom was proud of me. We were eating real good all the time. But you can probably guess what happened. I barely scraped by after they flushed me down here. Would have been food for a bunch of howlers if Jody not bailed me out of a tough spot one fine evening. As for my mom, she doesn't know the half of it. My uncles told her I'm away on business. It's not entirely untrue, I guess, but if she knew, it'd break her heart. So, don't know how else to put it, chum, but I gotta get out of here. Get back to what I was doing back home on the straight and narrow, though. I'd go straight this time for sure. Just don't go telling everyone that old Rookie Greentail's just a mama's boy, okay? I got a certain reputation to uphold. He quickly scampers out the door. His past has been weighing heavily on him, but you sense he was sincere about wishing to lead an honest life. Roster bio updated. Rookie. To the slug market. Hey guys, say, what are you guys doing all the way back here? You know, it's not so bad here, I was thinking. I got some pretty good stuff. You gotta check it out. Well, I'm gonna sell Galothian's bracer with no headwind around. It's pointless to have. I can also sell this downberry. It's only worth 4 soul, but hey, 4 soul is better than nothing. And then I'll buy the fortified stars serum, actually. Yeah. And some regular moon serum. Just in case I should need it. You never know. Ooh. Quite a bit of inspiration on that Bertrude. I think I'll give her the flame leech. What's her bio? We don't know much about her. We just know that she's an alchemist. She can blast, pounce, and slither. Moves forward much faster, but with far less control. What are her masteries? Well, we'll figure that out a little later. Gilman? Maybe Gilman should keep the flame leech. And then Bertrude can take the shooting star. Sounds good. Ron? Pleasure was all mine and Dad's, you guys. Is it really his dad? I don't know, man. I don't know how these slug people do things. The afternoon is just beginning to give way to nightfall as you and your companions finish making preparations for the coming rite. Through all the ceremony, you realize Pamitha is nowhere to be found. The last anybody saw of her was shortly after the Black Wagon came to rest here at the Ridge of Gold. She returns just as you are beginning to plan a search for her. Sorry to have worried you there, Rita darling. Just getting a little antsy is all. Had to go and spread my wings a bit, shake away the nerves. She's holding something back. Don't you get in my head. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, damn it. Damn you, reader. Get out! Get out! Anyhow, it looks as if the show's about to start. I shall be in the field with the others. As Pamitha departs, you see she's right, as the stars above begin to shine. You know she's about to face her sister Tamitha once again. You accept that it is a very private matter between them. The Titan stars. How many must I invoke? 5?
Archbeast Sungrease.
No problem.
Dullness the locket. Limbless Erizek.
I think invoking Erizek will be pretty good because the Highwing Remnants harps have generally low hope. Generally, it's not great. Then again, There'll be 25 points apiece for every one of their scores. We can take 4 hits. But we do have the Flame Leech, so that'll help us harper up our staunch. That'll help us staunch our bleeding wounds. Alright, so I'm going to take Endriga the Widow and disable the Menace, and disable Dons the Locket, and instead invoke Violanthus. Right, so that I can recover the health that I lose. Proceed to the right. I know, it's dizzying. Big Bertrude can pounce long distances in the rights, or catch several adversaries in her Aura Blast. She can also pounce super fucking far if she's slithering. Thank you.
And it would appear his ranks grow stronger.
You damn right.
Consorting with the bog-crone Bertrude, are we? How very strange that you befriended her. At any rate, your adversaries in this rite shall be the Essence. Put out their flame and walk the path to liberty.
The winged exiles of the Essence take position opposite your own companions, and their leader soon asserts herself. Pamitha, come forth! No trickery this time. She appears as asked, though remains silent as her blood sister studies her for a time. Tamitha then reaches for her mask. You look weary to me, sister. Oh, too little sleep, I guess. I do get anxious sometimes on the night before one of these things. It can be a lot of pressure. Understandable. The two of them say nothing for a time. You cannot discern what they are thinking. The high-wing remnants all seem to be very mentally acute, trained as they are from birth. Soon enough, Pamitha cuts through the tension, her tone light as ever. So given further thought to my proposal then? I have. And I think that is now not the time for the talk. Besides, your comrades there, surely you give them pause. Even now, they must be questioning your loyalty. Saliva doesn't go there, you idiot. What? But cut up with the stemming, Pamitha. It's very unbecoming, you know that. And you be sure to tell those comrades of yours what you proposed to me. She dons her mask once more. As she rejoins the other exiles of the Essence, Pamitha hesitates before returning to the group. I told her she could take my place. That I would keep her up to date about our progress, and that she could take my place if ever it was time for me to go. But you don't have to worry. For one thing, she refused, and for another, well, I'd better tell you later. For now, remember, you can count on me. Hold a moment, reader. The crone Bertrude slithers forth, wearing the raiments of the rites. Now that Bertrude is among our ranks, it would be best if you become familiar with her repertoire. You have no obligation to make use of her abilities, of course. Good Bertrude, please show the reader something of your aptitude. We expect thou shalt be soon inclined to bring our sorceries to bear. Long have we studied these rites of thine. Let us show thee what we know of them thus far. Pounce!
Bertrude shows herself in full.
Boom.
Though I have to wonder what became of her accomplices. Of one accomplice in particular. You watch yourself around her, reader. None are sentenced into exile.
Look at those blasts.
Cause.
And then, you gotta get those power blasts, otherwise they're just a little too slow. My bad. Now then, reading one. Know that our freedom is of little consequence to us. We side with ye because of Sandalwood, because of his plan. We shall aid ye in the rites. We shall aid ye in that plan. Thus we are at thy disposal and await thy bidding. Very well then, Bertrude. Ashen Coal, eh? Oh no, please don't tell me they're playing the superiority game. Ashen Coal. Ooh no, they have Lunar Glass. They're just fast as fuck. Swift Flight. Yep, they're gonna be quick. Alright. Yeah, no, we're gonna need that Flame Leech. Let's go for the sure bet and give it to Gilman. Just because he's so fast. That being said, we'll lead with Pamitha because this is her problem. And then she'll be assisted by... Let me look at their stats. Glory, quickness. They're weak at the top. Hope, 22. Huh, why is it so high? Whatever. 9 seconds. Yeah, if we can banish these guys, they'll be gone for too long to do anything to stop us. So let's put Bertrude up top because they're a little slower over there. And then put Bertrude down below. Gilman down below.
The choice is cast.
How they spew their threats, the winged ones. We shall see if they can back them up. Face us, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The pain and loss of your defeat this night shall reverberate not only in your hollow hearts, but in the homeland that abandoned you. Are you quite sure that it has to be this way, sister? There is no compromise here, Pamitha. Not for traitors to my country or my blood. I understand, and so be it. Gilman! Gotcha. Whew! Ah, God. They're too busy being all invulnerable and such. Ah. Oh, crap. Yoink. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Simply
crap.
abhorrent.
That went very poorly for us. Perhaps all this is but a far-fetched plan of yours to lull us into a false sense of confidence? Oh no, it's not. Douse without banishing? That's not gonna happen. Damn. 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 I told you, I just can't wrap my head around these bastards. Damn. Damn. I should have made my charge beforehand. I can't see anything. Okay, good. There was nothing to see. Avenging aid. There we go. Hot damn. This is gonna be an uphill climb. Whoop. Late. Oh crap. Oh, well then. Wasn't expecting that. Wow! Just got it. Got him! Don't ask me how that worked. It just did. It just did. Yoink. Woo! Got him! I'm all about that flame leech today. You just gotta shatter that confidence of theirs. Oh crap.
If I were that one, I'd be rather angry.
Yoink. Come on, stop. I'm just a little Bertrude. Woo! Oh, come on! Oh, this is bad. We got destroyed, voice. You saw it. You seen it. Alright, Gilman, do your thing. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, the getting destroyed thing. Come on. Yoink. Ah, damn. That's the thing. Once she goes in for her big leap, it's very difficult for her to recover. Damn. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Gilman's got to get one more in. I shouldn't have kept going forward. Nice! Nice! We're bringing it back! Don't ask me how. Oh boy. Oh crap. Okay, never mind. We lose. Game over.
And it is done.
I can't believe we fucked
The
that up.
essence prevail.
I should have just led with Gilman there.
They would not. The
Ah.
ceremony is complete.
Unimpressive, Pamitha. What good is your offer to show me favor in the liberation rite if I could just as well prevail against your comrades on my own? It'll be different then, though. I suppose that you won't reconsider. You know that I cannot. You are always obstinate, but in that regard and all others which count for anything, you are inferior to me. Remember that. What you offered is meaningless. I shall free myself without your help, or that of anyone. Now farewell. Wait, what of your comrades, the Essence? You must need them at least. Mincing my words as ever, Pamitha. Know that I do love you in a way. Is that what you wish to hear? But my purpose is plain, and you stand in its way. You're fool to think my freedom is my goal. My freedom is a mean towards an end the likes of which you never would abide. Do you think that you could always sway me from my purpose, Pamitha? Pamitha remained silent for a time. No, I think that you will struggle to destroy the Commonwealth no matter what it takes. No matter if in doing so, you are destroyed instead. Just so. So then you understand me after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch your blood sister depart. I done fucked up. I biffed it. I biffed it so bad.
If only wings could speed us on.
All in all, I have to unlearn everything I've learned. It's going somewhat faster than I expected. Strike dash. Strike dash. Bertrude. Here we go. Thus does our grasp of ancient sorceries grow ever stronger still. Hex of Defeat. While Bertrude's Pyre has less health than the adversary, she deals an additional 5 damage. The Wild Witch would claim that for each of her successful sorceries, 10,000 others failed. She has the passions of the Wild Witch and the sorceries of the Southern Bogs. On the flip side, there's the Hex of Victory. Vital Pounce. Slithering, Bertrude uses 50% less stamina and moves 30% more quickly. And once per rite, after saluting adversaries, Bertrude turns them into fast-moving howlers. Be gone from here, lest I reduce thee to thy primal forms. Greater Blast arcs in a wider angle, covering a larger area. The charge-up time before Bertrude can use her Aura Blast is greatly reduced. And Stubborn Flame. While Bertrude's Pyre has less health than the adversaries, her adversaries deal 10 less damage. We shall find this weakling Emperor, and we shall make him burn if he does not already. Give me that Hex of Defeat.
Secrets of the Wild Witch revealed.
There's a certain power in defeat.
Until the stars align.
And I get defeated a lot. I'm so bad. I biffed it! I ruined everything! I'm probably gonna have to face the Essence. I'm gonna get my ass kicked! I have... Up until this point, I have failed against the Essence in every liberation rite I have ever faced them. After suffering defeat by the Essence, in spite of all your efforts, you return to the wagon to find Wolfred and the lone minstrel in the midst of conversation. Most strange that this one star should be illuminated now. This is not what I expected. Nor I, Wolfred, sir. Then Wolfred notices you there. Reader, Tariq and I observed a strange occurrence in the sky as well. It appears that the star of Kael'mur Rope Collar is illuminated now. It is but another star, except our models and predictions of the cosmos did not anticipate this. Anyway, go see for yourself. I shall make the wagon ready in the meantime. Well, that's bad. That's bad. Discern where it leads. As you recall, the Book of Rites describes that the star of Kael'mur, the rogue star, is an ill omen. That's bad. That's some bad mamma-jamma. I face the Pyre hearts again. The fate are still above the Essence, unfortunately. So we will probably not be able to do what needs to be done. But there are still 2 rites till the next liberation, so maybe we'll be able to face the fate next round, which unfortunately will force us to face the Essence. Somebody destroy me. Whatever, we'll face Sir Deluge here. Get some free XP. What a peculiar isle. Then we are summoned to the Isle of Kael'mur, deep within the deathless tempest. Have you been there before, Tariq? So long ago, I scarce recall the time. Only the scent. It is the place from whence the creatures native to this land sprang forth. Reader, let's not concern ourselves with superstitions held about that place. We'll set forth at dawn and soon see for ourselves what to make of it. Pamitha, I assume. Despite Pamitha's mental conditioning, you can tell something is troubling her. She won't listen to a word I say, not one damn word. If she weren't my blood sister, I should think I'd hate her guts as much as she hates mine. She shakes her head. I should apologize to you and everyone. I sought out Tamitha without asking your leave. Figured I would rather seek forgiveness than permission. You understand. My attempts with Tamitha didn't amount to much, as you well saw, so at this point, I'm hopeful you'll be more accepting of apologies than she. Though tell me something, Rita darling. Do you suppose that I'm going to betray you? You may know better than I do at this point. Loyalty has to be earned. You believe that she will stand with... Oh, I think that she'll stand with the Nightwings. Ooh. I think you've made it quite clear that your priority is to your blood sister. I'm sorry, Pamitha. You bend over backwards for someone who doesn't give a shit about you. You tell Pamitha that she seems to be the subject to the whims of her heart when it comes to her priorities and all this. You cannot predict what she will ultimately do. She says nothing for a while. You're nothing if not truthful, darling. Sometimes I wonder if the sense of self-control we have is merely an illusion. We do not always act with rationality. In any case, if the others have concerns over my business here in light of everything, you need but tell me to depart and I'll be on my way. However, I have a promise that I wish to make to you. You let me stay, and I'll see this through with all of you, no matter where we all end up. I'll be on the roof for a bit, I think. You take care too, darling. She brushes past you, then heads out into the evening. I'm sorry, I gotta tell the truth. In any event, thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Let's Play Pyre. If you liked it, hit like. If you want to continue the adventure, please hit subscribe. And if you think that what I do is really keen, you can send me a couple bucks monthly on Patreon. And I can use that money to do fantastic, amazing things like make more videos, start streaming, hire an artist to do cool shit, do the coolest thing I could think of. Not fuck up so much.